Look at the hit by Sam Olajubutu. Oh, my goodness.
As the quarterback slowed up just a bit, number 24, Sam Olajubutu did not. He just kept playing right through John Parker Wilson.
Jenkins drops back. Plenty of time. Flips it. Intercepted. Intercepted by the linebacker, Olajubutu.
I think John Parker Wilson still has nightmares about getting clocked out of bounds in that game in 2006. Well, Sam joins us now. Sam, appreciate you making some time for us this morning. You're always known as one of the hardest hitters, not just in the SEC, but your own teammates. I know Darren's talked about that before. Kind of, where'd you get that mentality from back then in your playing days?
Oh, man, just growing up in Georgia. I mean, it was growing up there, we have tough competition in Georgia, man, so you gotta kind of find the edge and compete, man. So I wrestled a little bit early on in high school and middle school, and I had two older brothers. So, man, we kind of wrestled a lot and fought a lot. So that I kind of got my toughness from my family and in my environment in Georgia.
Tommy, Sam's kind of sandbagging himself. Sam, weren't you a state champion wrestler? Like, I right? Am I right?
Well, yeah, I was like, runner-up, two-time runner-up.
Okay. Yeah. Well, tell us about now, man. Forest City High School defensive coordinator. Obviously, you stayed here in Arkansas. What's it been like coaching here in Arkansas?
Man, I love it, man. I love the state of Arkansas. I got my opportunity to play at the university, as you know, in 02 to 06. So the state of Arkansas kind of, brought me in as one of their own. So I love it. Down here at Forest City, we're trying to have a good year this year. Definitely going to have a good year. It should be better than last year. I'm coaching defense, linebackers, and special teams coordinator. It's definitely going to be a good year. I love it here. I mean, it's just ready to get back to the atmosphere. Have to get back coaching football.
Yeah, Sam, when did you know, and what led you to coaching? Where'd the inspiration come from, or has this always been your plan?
Woo, that's kind of a loaded question, man. It always been my plan. After playing, man, I kind of got a little frustrated with the game of football, man. I kind of left it alone for a little bit, and I had my daughter here. My first daughter 2 years ago, just had my second daughter on the 15th, and, kind of talking to God, and, man, I had to get back to my roots, get back to my atmosphere, get back to something I love, just want to be in my purpose, and I think it's where I need to be.
Yeah, but, we were talking to Joe Adams last week, also played for Bobby Trino, now coaching at Harbor High School, and it's amazing the number of players over the last 10 or 12, 15 years of Razorback football that have gotten in to coaching at the high school level. Is there something systematic that's gone on the Hill, or is it just today's school environment? What do you think has led so many of your former teammates and your Razorback brothers into the coaching profession recently, including yourself?
Man, just the love of the game, man. The love of the game. I mean, you can't get that. You can't replicate this atmosphere in any other working environment, man. You can't. I mean, I've done a lot of other jobs. It's nothing like football. It's nothing like being in the locker room. It's nothing like being even on the coaching side, man. It's nothing like just. I love going home and watching film and studying plays and getting people better, man. I love being around kids and helping kids develop. So, I mean, if I could find that somewhere else in the workforce, I probably would have went to it. But, man, coaching is kind of what honed in for me.
Sam Olajubutu with us on the Lewis Automotive Group hotline. I want to go back to wrestling. You talk about that. How is that helping develop players physically in our state? I've heard coaches talk to me about it, and I want to get your take on it, that the physical development, particularly for linemen and maybe smaller players, to gain the upper body strength. What do you think that the sport of wrestling brings to the game of football now that it's getting more prominent in the state of Arkansas?
Right, that's a good question. Number one, the physical part of it, being physical. I mean, that definitely helps with football. I mean, I think is kids, that part of the game is kind of left a little bit right now. Trying to bring it back. And the second thing is just knowing how to knowing how to maneuver, knowing how to control your body, and knowing how to, when you are engaged with another person's body, knowing how to take them down. So, I mean, it's, the main thing is getting the guy to the ground on defense. So it's a million ways you can take a tackle, ankle tackle, or wrap and roll, or tackle high. So there's different ways to get a person to the ground, and wrestling definitely helps you in all of those different ways.
Sam, you were considered undersized coming out of high school, and yet you transformed yourself into an all-SEC linebacker. I know you coaches, the work you put in, everything else, but how do you maybe use your underdog story to some of the kids at Forest City, and then maybe when you watch the Razorbacks today?
I didn't hear that last question. Can you ask me that one more time?
Yeah,
I'm
sure.
sorry.
Just you were considered undersized coming out of high school. You transformed yourself into an all-SEC first-team linebacker. How did you use maybe some obstacles that you physically and just overcome those? I'm sure wrestling played a part in that.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Definitely wrestling played a big part in it. Man, I tell these guys today, it's kind of like a turtle race, man. Some of the guys that were kind of peaked out in high school, they kind of peak out right there. So you just got to keep getting better. Even if you're in high school, you're second, third string. Just keep working, keep getting better, keep developing. You'll be surprised how many second, third string guys, how many guys that make it to the next level, college and NFL, that weren't, just starters, so to say, just right off coming in in the high school. Just keep developing, man. Keep getting better. And you got to know the game in and out, man. You got to know the instincts of the game. So X and O's, and you just got to be instinctive as well.
Your teammate, Darren McFaden, was honored last week, and I know he's always been highly complimentary when talking about you. When you saw what the U of A did for him, because it's not just an individual award. Obviously, it speaks to what your team accomplished in 2006 and beyond that. Sam, how did that make you feel, man? How did it make your teammates feel?
Man, it was awesome. It was awesome. I mean, I see it a lot going around in other schools. The way they celebrated Darren and what they're doing with his number is definitely awesome. He deserves it. I mean, he came in as a freshman. When he came in as a freshman, I think I was a junior or senior, like 05. I mean, he was one of those guys that, you kind of knew right away with his body size, but after you got to know him, his mentality, he was so mature and disciplined on the field. So that's kind of knew he was going to be a player then.
Sam Olajubutu, what is the worst attempt at pronouncing your name you have ever heard from, like, a PA announcer, someone like me or Ty trying to bring you into an interview? I mean, what is the worst hack job on your name you've ever heard?
Man, I really haven't heard a lot over the announcements, but, man, at the games, after the games, definitely in the high school and stuff, and my parents and my family be like, man, that announcer messed up your name so bad. So I don't really know what it was, but I know my mom and my family, they'll be like, after the game, they'll definitely hear it, and they'll be like, well, that announcer, they got it right after maybe tackle number 10, but first, a lot of them have trouble with it.
I'm just thinking, first day of school's coming up. I imagine when you were in grade school or middle school or whatever, that first day or two might have been a challenge for some of those to get that name right.
Right. That's why we went to Butu for short, and right now, Coach, I'm Coach O, man. Just call me Coach O. So, yeah. We don't want to. He's Coach O.
Okay. Oh. Well, Coach O, are you going to get back to Fayetteville for a game this fall? I know there's a couple games that are a little closer, being in Memphis week 4, Little Rock week 2. Or are we going to make a trek to either of those places or come back to Razorback Stadium?
Yes, sir. I'm definitely planning on making to the Little Rock game, Arkansas versus Arkansas State. I think that's going to be an exciting game, fun game. I had one of my high school teammates play for Arkansas State, so yeah, we're looking forward to him coming up in town. So it'll be a definitely exciting time, fun game. I'm trying to make it to the Hill too for a couple of games.
Let's go. Well, I know, like for me, the linebacker position, Arkansas, it's the best on the team. I wonder if you have any thoughts on Xavier Sorey, Steven Dix, being that you were great at that position. Any Any thoughts on T. Will's group in the middle this fall?
Man, T. Will, he's a great coach. I talk to him, from time to time. He's definitely a great coach and got the linebackers going in the right direction. I'm looking forward to see a lot of those guys. I'm looking forward to see Story, how he's developed, and I'm looking forward to see his speed. He's real fast and explosive on the field, so I'm looking forward to see that.
Yeah, it should be fun. Have you had a chance yet for any of the staff to come by? What kind of relationships have you built with the current staff in Fayetteville? And I'm sure it's a different dynamic having them come and visit your campus now to see your players. Right. Yeah, I definitely talked to T. Will. We got a linebacker, running back here that can definitely play on the next level. So we talked to T. Will. We got a guy here, Kevin Young Jr., man. Look out for that guy. He's probably 5'11", 220. He runs a 4.4, then a monster in the weight room. So, definitely talk to T. Will. And we got a couple of other guys, too. We got a 6'4" quarterback that's pretty good, a couple of receivers, and a 6'3" cornerback. So, definitely talking to T. Will, definitely talking to those guys, and definitely want to get some of these 4-city guys recruited this year. Yeah, and, it's fun because I think a lot of people on our side of the state aren't familiar with football as much on your side of the state. It is a little bit different with football in the east of Little Rock than it is on the western side of the state, and maybe the stadiums and the resources are maybe a little bit different. Kind of give us the landscape of what it's like coaching at Forest City and the kind of the teams y'all play in that part of the state. I think a lot of our listeners probably know some of the towns, know the names, but just aren't quite as familiar with maybe the challenges on that side of the state. Oh, man, there's some talent over here with Forest City. You got Wynn. Wynn's definitely a good team. You got Cross County. They got some top-notch defensive linemen this year. So there's definitely a lot of talent on this side of the state. I definitely think the schools like Fayetteville, we're like 4 hours away from Fayetteville. So it's kind of hard for them to get down here consistently like maybe one of the Northwest schools, but that's what I'm calling. I'm calling them and I'm telling them about these guys and, man, telling them that they need to come and check out some of these guys in this area, man, because we definitely do have a lot of talent that goes overlooked from time to time. I don't know why, but we definitely go overlooked, and we definitely need to have some of these guys looked at. I mean, this linebacker, running back right here, he's one in he's one in 20-year type of talent.
So,
that we have.
Sam, you bring up something I think is intriguing. You have a perspective as a high school coach, and is there something that you think Sam Pittman and his staff should do differently? You mentioned maybe visiting more. It's a little harder to get down there, being 4 hours away. If you had a suggestion for a guy that's played at Arkansas, how would you go about recruiting this state, even as a Georgia guy growing up?
Great question. I would have a guy on my staff, or I would find a guy, probably like myself, but just find a guy that can evaluate players, man. A lot of players go to these camps, and and everything is about 4-star and 5-star right now. But some of these kids, you have maybe a 2-star, 3-star. Some of the kids we got just haven't had the exposure, and hadn't got the chance to get ranked yet. So we got some guys here that may be a 3-star or 4-star, but just hadn't been to those same camps. So I would say definitely need to evaluate the guys, man, and have somebody who's really good at player evaluation when you recruit, and so you just won't be blinded by the 4-stars or 5-stars, and that's what Coach Nutt was awesome at. He'll go and get, a guy like myself, a guy like whoever from a little small school, and they'll be a player. Yeah. Hey, before you go, got a minute or a little more here. Any favorite Houston Nutt story? A guy that maybe played at the beginning of your career and tail end of his was Sparky Hamilton, is a good buddy of mine. He's always good for a few Houston Nutt recruiting stories. Any Coach Nutt stories that might give us a chuckle this morning? Man, no, just I remember coaching that every day, and it was hot, and I just remember him saying, "Best days of your life." These are the best days of your life. Summer camp when it was 110 outside, we was stretching on the turf, and the turf was about 10, 15 degrees hotter, and he would come by, the best days of your life, man, the best days of your life. But right now, as looking back on it, man, he was right, But back then, woo, you wanna dog cussing word back then.
Well, we may not have been able to say it when you arrived, but everybody knows how to say Sam Olajubutu now. Sam, thanks for joining us here on the Morning Rush.
Awesome. Thank you so much, guys.